guys, welcome back to my channel. A lot has happened since you last saw my last video with myself and my classmates with our Get Ready With Us on my graduation day. So this video will talk about what I'm doing post-graduation after being an aesthetic student at Kenneth Shuler. So if you don't know, I was enrolled at Kenneth Shuler in the aesthetics program and I graduated December 17th. Hallelujah. I can have my weekdays back to myself, my Saturdays back to myself, so I am elated about that. I just wanted to come in and talk to you guys about what I'm doing post-graduation. I have yet to take my boards as of yet. I missed the deadline for December, and board date for January 2017 is January 23rd. So I am patiently waiting to take my boards and prepping. So after graduation, I did not just stop doing things related to esthetician services. Meaning I didn't say, okay, once I stopped school, I didn't, just lounge around. I didn't not just do anything. I didn't stay active. I didn't stay up to date. I was very much so excited to finish school that I really was like, okay, what job setting I want to work in, applying to jobs. And let me just back up. The one piece of advice I can give to any of the students or people who are seeking out an aesthetics career after graduation is to be active in school with doing services. I know at Kenneth Shuler, they strongly encourage that you get clients to come. So you want to go ahead and start building your clientele while you're in school, so that way when you come out of school, that same clientele that you built will follow you wherever you go. So that's something that I was doing and I am still doing. Initially, I was doing makeup. And that's what kind of pushed me to do esthetician. So I was doing a lot of makeup, and then I kind of slowed down on the makeup once I got into aesthetic school and was doing a lot of skincare services, brow waxings, chemical peels, microdermabrasions, facials, back facials, things of that nature. So prior to me being in school, I was already doing makeup. I freelanced at Estee Lauder as a makeup artist, and then I had some other outlets that I was able to be a makeup artist in and other opportunities that presented themselves. So it is very important that you are active in whatever career that you're pursuing, especially if you're doing like esthetician or hair services, because you want to make sure that you build that clientele, maintain that clientele, and make sure that it grows. You don't want to be struggling after graduation to be trying to say, hey, I need to do a new promotion or I need to be giving out free services so that way I can have some clientele to service. You don't want to do that, because then you're going to be settling and shortchanging yourself. So I would advise you not to do that. Make sure that you are active while you're in school, because I know at Kenneth Shuler a facial was $25. Granted, in the real world a facial probably starts off minimum $60. So that way, once you build that clientele and that connection with that person as a client, when it's time for you to get in that spot setting, they should have no problem wanting to pay the $60 versus, oh girl, I was doing only $25 when I came to you, now I gotta pay $60. Because people that are following you and supporting you would know that, hey, this is what she's trying to do. I respect her craft. I respect her education, her professionalism, her being a licensed esthetician. I know she knows what she's talking about. So these are important things that you need to kind of enact while you're still in school and kind of have your mindset on that professional level. So if you're still in esthetician school and currently about to almost graduate or just started your program, be active, stay busy by booking clients or practicing on your fellow classmates. Make sure you're always posting what you're doing so people can see your journey. A lot of people love to see Facebook Live videos or just videos in general, before and afters. So that is a great way for you to build awareness about you and your brand and what you do. So outside of that, as far as the background and just like some tips to give you, I'm still freelancing at Estee Lauder. I also work with Proactive as kind of like a brand ambassador, talking about Proactive and products. and I work at Ulta as well. And then, I also do makeup on the side. And then my full-time job is I'm a school teacher, so I still have that flexibility to whereas I can do clients kind of midday as opposed to just being kind of locked down to a certain schedule. So I have flexibility to still incorporate my makeup clients and then kind of dabble in getting really full on in detail and hands-on with estheticians. So bringing you to my current status. So I've graduated school, and I also, while in school, was actively looking into different areas of settings that I wanted to work at. So I've interviewed at Massage Envy. I had a great interview with Massage Envy, but because of my schedule, since I was still in school and actually working, the hours would not have worked for me. And I also had a interview at a spa setting, and I'm actually still in contact with that same employer. So that employer knew that I was in school, currently seeking to be a licensed esthetician, so she stayed connected with me and I stayed connected to her on my process as far as, hey, I'm about to graduate on this date, this is my board date. I've already had an interview with the same employer. And then I also have another follow-up interview with the same employer at this other spa setting to do an actual hands-on facial on her. So that's happening next Tuesday. I'm excited about that. And just for me working in my different areas, such as with Estee Lauder and at Ulta, and just actually opening up my mouth and posting and saying what I do, what it is that I would like to do. I was working at Ulta, for example, one weekend, and I saw this lady in the store and it looked like she needed help. I asked her if she needed some help, and at the time she said no, but I can see that she was kind of unsure. So eventually she came back around and said, hey, I do need some help. Long story short, she wound up being the manager at Hand and Stone, which is another massage spa setting. And she was like, hey, I'm looking for more licensed estheticians. I'm also looking to build a connection with a makeup artist to refer my brides to, because she does event planning. So just stuff like that. You never know, depending on what setting you're in, who you're around, who knows who, what opportunities will come available to you. So please make sure that you are proactive about things and making sure that you are consistent. That's another key thing too. That's something that I do need to work on. I will admit, being more consistent with posting or just following up on things. So that's something that I'm working on in 2017. And hopefully by the time I get my esthetician license, which should be on the 23rd, because that's when I go to board, I will be ready to at least start working by the 1st of February. So that's my goal. Board is January 23rd, and then hopefully, well, I'm not gonna say hopefully, and then I will be actively working in my career field as a licensed esthetician. So I will be committing to studying at least 1 hour per day, going over my exams from school, like my midterm exams from when we did, certain chapters, just to kind of get brushed up on all of those details for when I take my written. And then I will also start repacking for state board as far as the actual hands-on facial. That is a long process. I will do my next video. I will cover that as far as prepping for state board. So that'll be my next video after this one. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything that you would like me to touch on that you're unaware of or you're kind of curious about as far as like the aesthetics industry. And then also hopefully I will be putting up another get ready with us video. The previous video that you saw myself and my other 2 classmates, now we all have graduated and we all will be going to state board January 23rd. So we'll be doing a follow-up video together just to give you some insight on, hey, we graduated, what's next, what avenue are we taking after completing aesthetics courses at Kenneth Shuler. So thank you for tuning in for this video. Again, comment below if you have any questions. Feel free to follow me on social media. My Facebook page is Facesbyetosh. Instagram is Facesbyetosh. Snapchat is Facesbyetosh as well. Thanks again. Talk to you soon.